Hi, I'm Sarah B, and I'll be your instructor for today's class, Intro to Pole Dancing. While no previous experience is necessary, a home pole is required. We're going to be using our pole on static today. As far as what to wear, dress however you feel comfortable. Knee pads are recommended. Today's class has two objectives. One is to get acquainted with some fundamental movements that you will use over and over and over again in your pole journey. Two is to learn how to use your ultimate pole goal notebook to maximize your training. Let's start warming up. We're going to roll out our shoulders, our spine, our hips, and our ankles. Starting with the shoulders, we're going to take them up, back, down, and forward. Up, back, down, and forward. Up, back, down, and forward and reverse. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. And change directions, smoothing out the edges. And reverse. Great, let's move down to the spine. Tuck your hips under, let your arms hang, and we're gonna do a standing cat-cow. So round through the back, open the chest. Round through the back, open the chest. Keep going. Two more. Last one. Then place your hands on your hips, and you're gonna go side to side, keeping your hips as still as you can. Then we'll put those two movements together and do some circles. Change direction. And then we'll move down to the hips. So widen your stance. I keep my hands on my hips, tuck the hips under and back, under and back, under and back, under and back. Go left and right. Two more. And now we're going to draw some circles with those hips. Change direction. It's okay if it feels funny going in the opposite direction. Everyone has a good side and a bad side. Awesome. Stand next to your pole and hold on. Stick out your inside foot. Now's as good a time as any to explain that in pole, rather than saying left or right, we talk inside or outside. The inside limbs are the ones closest to the pole. The outside limbs are the ones furthest away. So take your inside leg and stick it out and give me some ankle circles. My ankles are noisy. Change directions. And for good measure, we'll just switch sides. Stick out the inside foot again and circle. And change direction. Awesome. Now that we're feeling warmer, we're ready to move on to conditioning. But first, let's write down what we did in our warm-up. Conditioning is how we build our strength to do the things we want to do on the pole. When I condition, I like to focus on arms and shoulders first, then core, then glutes and legs. So let's start with the arms and shoulders. Stand next to your pole, reach your inside arm high, outside arm across. Make sure your outside arm isn't too high up. You want to slide it down so it's basically across your torso. You're going to pull with the top hand and push away with the bottom hand. Most of pole involves a pull-push, so we're strengthening that right from the beginning. You're going to pull with the top hand, push with the bottom hand, and you'll notice you can come up on your tippy toes. We're going to do that a total of 5 times. Here we go. Pull and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Stand on the other side of the pole, inside arm high, outside arm across, chest is facing forward, pull and push. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's move it down to the core and take it down to the ground. Lay down with your head in line with the pole and grab over your head. Extend your legs, tuck your hips so your lower back presses into the ground, and we're going to lift and lower our legs 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do that same thing, but we're going to straddle our legs instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one last version, we're going to candlestick our legs straight up to the ceiling, coming up onto our shoulders 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now that we've warmed up our core, let's move on to the glutes. Turn and face your pole and hold on at about chest height. Step your feet out wider than your hips, and you're going to sit down and back like you're in a chair. Squeeze your butt as you roll up. We're going to do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go back down one more time, and we're going to pulse 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to add a body wave to our squats. I'm going to lean in with my chest, taking my head back, putting my stomach and then lap towards the pole as I sit down in my pole squat. Then to reverse it, I'm going to scoop my lap towards the pole, leaning back and rolling up. Let's do that 5 times. Back, sit, scoop, roll. Back, sit, scoop, roll. Back, sit, scoop, roll. Back, sit, scoop, roll. Awesome. Conditioning done. Before we move on, let's write it down. Okay, we are warm, we are conditioned. Let's do some pole dancing. We're gonna keep it simple and do a pole walk. Stand next to your pole, reach up high with your inside arm, and start walking. Then you remember you're not at the grocery store, so slow it way down. Come up onto your tippy toes. And here's where you start to explore. Maybe you want to drag your toes as you walk. Some people like to flick and kick their butt. Other people like to add a little skip to their pole walk. Sometimes you can hook your elbow to make it look super casual. This hand needs a job. You can touch your hair. You can smear the glitter across your chest and throw it out at your adoring audience. You can put your hands on your clothing. This is why all my clothes are stretched out. And let's change directions. Put your opposite hand on the pole and walk in the other direction. Inside, outside, inside. Try dragging your toes. Try flicking and kicking your butt, or adding a little skip, or hooking the elbow, giving that outside arm a job to do. Whatever you want. It's not important that you get a perfect pole walk, it's that you find your pole walk. Before we move on to step arounds, let's write that down. Next, we're going to learn the step around. This is a move that has many names, but I like calling it the step around because that's what we're going to do. Take a giant step around the pole. Start next to your pole, inside arm high, outside arm across, just like we did in the conditioning. Inside foot is going to step close to the base, not on it, just close to it. The outside leg is going to draw a big circle on the floor until our toes meet again. Let's do it. Draw that big circle until your toes touch. Let's try it again. Inside, outside, step close, draw the big circle. Now, if you find that you're getting stuck, oh no, don't forget that you can bend your knees. When I dip, you dip, we dip. So let's try it one more time. Inside, outside, step close, draw that big circle. Nice. Let's do 3 on the other side so we're even. Inside, outside, step close, draw the big circle. Awesome. Inside, outside, step close, draw the big circle. Last one. Inside, outside, step close, draw the big circle. Great job on your step around. Before we move on, let's write it down. Floor work is an important part of pole dance, so let's put on our knee pads and take it down to the ground. These knee pads are made for pole dancers. Not only do they have convenient Velcro straps, but the pad inserts are removable, so when they go flat, you can replace them. Next, we're going to learn a floor work move called a speed bump. This move has a lot of names, but I like the speed bump because it tells you what to do with your butt. It looks like this. Cute, right? Start by sitting on your feet. You're going to put your hands on the ground and slide them out as you bring your face down, and then your chest, and then your stomach, and your lap last. To come back up, put your hands by your chest, and you're going to push back, not up, dragging your chest on the ground until your feet hit your butt and your head comes up last. Try not to make your speed bump like a low push-up where you hover just above the ground. Ugh, that makes it so much harder. Same thing on the way back. If you put your hands by your chest and push straight up, it's a lot more work. I'm pushing overhead, not up. Push back, and head comes up last. Let's try it one more time. Hands slide out, face comes down, chest, stomach, lap. Hands by the chest, push over your head, not straight up, dragging the chest on the ground, head comes up last. Let's give ourselves a sexy way to stand up. Not surprisingly, this transition is called a sexy stand up. Start again, sitting on your heels. You're going to come up to both knees and hold onto the pole with your inside arm. This is where knee pads come in really handy. Step on the outside foot and then put all your weight on it. That way you can switch hands and pick up your other foot. Now we're going to go head down, ass up. Let's try it again. Start sitting on your feet, inside hand, outside foot, sit on it. Switch hands, head down, ass up. Now let's do the other side. Start sitting on your feet. Inside hand grabs the pole. Outside foot plants. Sit on it. Switch hands. Head down, ass up. One more time to even out. Inside hand, outside foot. Plant it, switch it, head down, ass up. You've just added 2 floor work moves to your arsenal. Before we go any further, let's write it down. Guess what? With one little change, we can add all of these moves together. Let me show you what it looks like. The only thing I changed, draw the big circle, and with that outside leg, just bend your knee. Then you can pivot, touch your toes together, and sit down. Let's try it together. We'll go nice and slow. Start next to your pole, inside arm high, and let's take 3 steps in our pole walk. Inside, outside, inside. Grab on and draw the big circle with the outside foot. Right about here, bend your knee and come to the ground. Take the leg that's wrapped around the pole, sweep it around behind you, and sit. Let's do that speed bump. Hands by the chest and push back. Grab onto the pole with your inside hand, plant your outside foot, switch, head down, ass up. Nice job. Let's do it on the other side. So put the pole in your opposite hand, 3 steps in our pole walk. Inside, outside, inside. Now grab on and draw the big circle with that outside foot. Drop to that knee. The leg that's wrapped around the pole, sweep it around behind you so you can sit. Hands down to the ground for your speed bump. Hands by the chest, push back. Inside hand grabs the pole. Outside foot, sit on it, switch hands, head down, ass up. Congratulations, you just did your first pole combo. Let's do it one more time. Inside, outside, inside, big circle. Drop to the knee, sweep and sit. Speed bump down, hands by the chest, speed bump up. Inside hand grabs, outside leg plants, switch, head down, ass up. Put the pole in the other hand, let's walk the other way. Inside, outside, inside. Big circle, drop the knee, sweep and sit. Hands down for that speed bump. Hands by the chest to push it back. Inside hand grabs the pole. Outside foot plants. Switch, head down, ass up. It's official, you're a pole dancer now. Let's cool it down. I wish I could give you a real life high five, but for now, we'll just high five the pole. Wrist on, elbow on, turn away. And as you twist away from the pole, you'll feel the stretch in your pec. Switch sides. High five the pole, wrist on, elbow on, and turn away. Stand next to your pole. Take your outside hand and reach over the top, thumb down in what's called the cup grip. Trigger finger down and put your palm on the pole. Lean away and you're going to feel a stretch through your side bod. You can take inside foot over outside if you like. Switch sides. Feet next to the base. Cup grip over the top with the outside hand. Trigger finger down and lean away. Ooh, that feels good. Take the inside over the outside if you want. Put your heels on the base and your butt on the pole. Reach overhead and arch as you look up and throw the pole through the ceiling. And release. Step your feet wide, keeping your butt on the pole. You're going to fold forward and grab the pole between your legs and lean away. And feel a nice stretch up the back of the hamstrings. Come on out of that slowly, and let's take a note of what we did in our cool down. Now that you've recorded your first pole class in your Ultimate Pole Goal Notebook, your pole journey is underway. The Ultimate Pole Goal Notebook is going to be there every step of the way. Not only can you take notes on what you learn in class to maximize your performance, but there are even sections to help you plan your own training sessions. And once you start setting pole goals, this notebook is here so that you can track it, plan it, and crush it.